Good morning to all. Today we shall study our chapter of Geography class 9th, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Natural vegetation and wildlife are the most important for any country's ecosystem. Natural vegetation consists of different types of vegetation forms, and there are several factors. The ideal cover for natural vegetation and wildlife is 33% of the total land mass, but in India it is diminishing. It's around 21% of Indian land area is under the cover of forests and natural vegetation. So, natural vegetation and wildlife play a very important role in the ecosystem of any country, and there are several factors by which this natural vegetation and wildlife is determined. Let's see the number of species that's detailed in India. That is around 47,000 plant species are found in India, and that is around 10th positions in the world and 4th position in Asia. In India we have around 15,000 flowering plants, and that is 6% of the world flowering plants in India. As far as animal species are concerned, 89,000 animal species are found, and that is quite widespread and diverse. 1,200 bird species are found, and that is around 13% of the total birds of the world. In India, we have 2,500 fish species, and that is 12% of the world's fish stock. Apart from this, 5 to 6% of amphibians, reptiles, and mammals are found in India. Now comes what is the virgin forests. Virgin forests are that plants communities which remains or grow without any touch of the human beings. They grow naturally without any aid, help, or touch of the human beings. They are undisturbed by the humans and for a long duration of time. That is called virgin vegetation. Now we shall see what are the factors that are responsible for this huge diversity of flora and fauna in India. One of the most important factor is the relief feature. Relief in India, as you know, is quite varied. In India, you will see the high mountain peaks, snow covered mountain peaks of Himalayas. There is Thar deserts of Rajasthan, that is very arid, and sand dunes are also found there. In India, there is a vast plain, that is Indo-Gangetic plain. In India, you will see plateau region, the Deccan Plateau in south is the plateau region of India, and then the coastal plain. So we come across the huge diversity of relief features in India. Land, it is the nature of land that influences the types of vegetation. If the land is upland or it's high elevation, we see the same kinds of vegetation covers at that places. Besides, we see that fertile and level land is generally devoted and given to agriculture. It is generally undulated, rough terrain, that's where the grasslands and woodlands develop, and they give shelter to a variety of wildlife. Apart from this, soil also play a very important role in diversity of flora and fauna. In the diversity of the soil provides basis for the different types of natural vegetation. Sandy desert soil supports cactus and thorny bushes. Similarly, wet, marshy, deltaic soil supports mangroves and deltaic vegetation. Hill slopes with some depth of soils have coniferous trees. Climate of a region also play a very important role, and temperature, that is uh, the character and extents of vegetation that are mainly determined temperature, that is humidity, air, precipitation, soil, etc. So temperature also play a very important role in determinations of natural vegetation and wildlife of a particular region. Apart from this, the elevations on the slopes of the Himalayas and the hills of peninsula, that is above 915 meters, we see there is fall in the temperature of that area. And since the temperature is low, this also affects the types of vegetation and its growth. So, in tropical and subtropical temperature and alpine vegetations, we see the similar kinds of variety in the natural vegetation and forests. Apart from this, the latitude play a very important role, and that is determined by photoperiod. All those areas which are close to or have proximity to equator, the photoperiod is quite longer. And since the photoperiod is longer, sunlight remains for maximum duration of the day, and it also affects the natural vegetation and forest covers of that particular area. And then difference in latitudes, altitudes, season and duration of the day play a very important role. And due to longer duration of sunlight, trees grow faster in summer and affects the natural vegetation and wildlife. Besides this, we see that precipitation, that may be in the form of water droplets or snowfall as well. In India, we see that rainfall occurs due to southwest monsoon and the retreating, that is northeast monsoon. This play a major role in the rainfall of the entire region. The areas which receives heavy rainfall tend to have dense vegetation and forest covers, whereas where the rainfall is quite scanty, we see that the forest and natural vegetation cover is not dense that much. Next question is, why are forests important for the human beings? It is very important for the human beings because forests and natural vegetations are the resources of the human beings. They are the renewable resources. Forests and natural vegetations, wildlife can be recharged, replenished, and renewed. And they play a very important role in balancing the quality of maintaining the balance of the environment and enhance the quality of environment. It also modify the local climate and control soil erosion. Besides, uh, forest also regulates the stream flow and supports variety of industries as well. Forests and natural vegetations also provide livelihood to many communities, particularly those living in the forest regions like scheduled tribes communities. They are more dependent on forest and natural vegetation. Apart from this, forests and natural vegetations can be used for travel and tourism purposes, scenic beauty, for recreation, tourism, uh, forests and natural vegetation can be utilized and also enhance the income of the people and the country. So, forest and natural vegetation also controls the wind forces and the temperature uh, and causes rainfall. That is why forests are also called the hidden lake. Provides humus to the soil and also shelter to the wild animals. Forests and natural vegetation are always the habitat of the wild animals, and if forest covers are lost, then we also loses wildlife.